Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be creating yet another awesome project, and don't get this channel wrong, this channel isn't for creating full stack applications, but that is something I am working towards, so for now this channel is all about creating good looking UIs and yeah, so if you are looking for how to improve your UI designs, in the front end aspect, so this channel is the right one to go with. And if you're a full stack, there's no harm in that because everything all depends on designs, So that's what I want to clarify in the first place. And here also in this channel, there's something I really want to start with you guys because I know programming can be a little bit hard, for those of you who are just getting started. And something is that I really, really want to keep on letting you guys, letting you guys know that it's not an easy thing, you do, and all of a sudden you become a pro in it. No, that's not true. So I really want to motivate you guys out there, especially if you're getting started. So my first advice is that programming is like a journey, okay? So it can feel daunting. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It can feel very, very daunting, and at the same time it's one of the most rewarding parts you can take, okay? It's one of the most rewarding parts, so don't let no one tell you different. It's very hard. People just come, tell you fancy stuff about programming, but it's not that easy, okay? And you can start small and at the same time dream big. It's every expert out there that you see today, they are once beginners, okay? So you can just start small, and over time, when you keep on coding, writing like all the simple code, and with over time, you're going to grow, and one day you're going to impact the life of millions of people, okay? And you, it's, the other thing about programming is like solving problems is kind of fun, when you think of something, it's like solving a puzzle. Like every challenge you face helps you to grow even way smarter and more capable than the previous one, okay? So that's very cool things. So without all of that, I will start showing you guys a demo of this build. As you can see, it's very it's very unique. This is not something you see on the web more often, but here I give you guys free. I give you guys this nice looking nice looking premium templates and designs which you can't find on the internet and or probably on YouTube. So this is the first of a kind I'm actually giving you guys here and on YouTube. So if it's your first time to the channel, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Do make sure you watch our videos all the way from the starting to the end so you don't miss a thing, okay? And with all further ado, let me give you a quick guide, a quick demo, and what are the use cases of this template or of this build. Is that number one, it gives you a very high quality premium looks, and number two, it makes you have a very good and unique structure marketplace where users can sell their showcase and sell their templates, but you can take this further and add all of those features if you know you want to use this one, okay? And you can see what's this, these are all like a snow effect falling all over the places, and this is winter, this end of the year, we want to have some kind of snow all around flying around in our website. So yeah, what I included that. I just didn't want to add the Santa, head, what's it called, Christmas cap, all of that cool stuff. But for now, let's switch the toggle mode. Wow, look at this, looking good, right? So this is the front page, and these are all done using are all possible using TailwindCSS, and I'm going to be sharing all of these assets if you need any. Okay, so here's a light theme and here's the dark theme which I implemented for both light and dark. So here you can say check screens if you want, and then of course it's going to take us to another page. Whoa, so here is where the marketplace, here is where all of these build are happening. And if you have a lot of users posting stuff, and actually I really want to connect this to to a database, or to probably to a backend service and all of that cool stuff. I wanted to do that, but at first I want to see how this video, how large it gets to people. So once I see how well this video does or depending on how many people watches and how the kind of feedback I get from this video, then I would integrate the backend and connect it to a database whereby you can actually submit something that it will all populate. Your users can actually submit something and get here. And also for the probably we integrate maybe Stripe for payment. So the whole stuff right here is that people can come here and paste come here and post things about their apps, probably their showcase their product, their advertised app here, so they can take a screenshot of their app and come here and submit. So anyone who comes here will see it, read about your app, and also if they find something interesting, of course they can reach out to you if they want to. So that's one of the use cases of this build. And number two, probably it's a product you're trying to sell, that kind of stuff. You can as well use them here. So here is where you submit, you submit all of your the stuffs required. Okay, your name, your email, your role, your title, your website URL, and the description. And also here it works as well. So when I click on it, as you can see, and they might be saying like, oh, this thing doesn't work. Of course it does work. Of course it does. And let me see, probably any of these, I don't know, they kind of work as well. It loads here. I don't know why it's not showing right now, but it actually works. So here is where you can, and also here are the categories you can choose from if you want to submit any new one. And of course you can customize it so however you want, and all that will still be working well. And if I should go here and drag this, let me go back to here, and if I should drag it here, as you can see, it does work. If I come here, drag this here, as you can see, it works, right? So it's the code functionality, everything is working absolutely perfectly well. As you can see, it's working well. And when it comes to the only thing right now left is that I haven't really integrated with the backend service, or make it server, using the server actions and every other cool stuff, connecting with our database. I haven't done that. But if that is what interests you, to actually make this something working like it should, then let me know in the comments, and I will do a video to continue this as maybe a part 2, to make it work. So after that, this is a test, and here we have all of these segments, and they actually all are working perfectly well. So one thing I want to show you as well is a product. Once we click on this product, let's see what it does, because this is a single product, okay, owned by a user, this user. Voila, So here, as you can see, it falls under the category of checkouts and sales, and here we see checkout and sales, and here is the titles of your thumbnail. Probably we're going to give this a title down here. So once you click on it, this title should be here, okay? And also a little description, a source, and also see on, we can click a very beautiful one right here as well. As you can see, when it gets to the last one, that kind of thing, as you can see here as well. So this is a build that is still ongoing, but I just want to take a moment to share with you guys. If this is something that interests you, well, we can improve on it, maybe on the part 2 where I'll integrate more of storing everything in our database, and users can use, we can add authentication and authorization stuff like that. And also maybe we're probably going to include Stripe on it for payments, but I don't know if Stripe would be something we should be including here, because I don't know if this is something I want to do as a software as a service. So yeah, so that is a little bit demo of this build of what we're going to do. So the next thing we are going to do is start with the actual project. Okay, so what I need to do is so here is my running terminal. Let me open a folder. So here we need to get VS Code, and next thing we need to do is create a folder. So I'm starting everything from scratch. So we're creating a folder, and we're naming it maybe we just name it a project. You can name it whatever you want, that's totally fine, and that's on you, that's what you want. And we're going to drag this in here, okay? So you click yes, I trust this author, and as you can see there's nothing right in here. So all you need to do is click and open your terminal. So what we need to do is go to Next.js. Okay, I believe we need to create Next.js website, documentation, with this one. So on the first page we are going to see the what's it called, this command. So make sure you copy it. So you copied it, copy this command, okay, and we hit that here, and then we paste that command, nps create dash next dash app at latest, okay, and then you put dots here just to make sure it's create under this folder name. So you don't want to press enter, because if you do it will ask you to create another project name, which you don't want to. So but now it already has this project, so you're going to install everything underneath this project, okay? And while it's doing this thing, we like to use TypeScript. Yes, I would like to use TypeScript, even if that's something I hate before. We like to use Tailwind, yes, of course. We like to use the source directory. Nope. Abrada, yes. Turbo Pack, yep. Turbo Pack, yep. Okay. So here is, as you can see, it's kind of and it's all responsive, not kind of. It is responsive. So those of you saying it, you know, you might be saying this build is not responsive. I don't know where you got that from. It's kind of responsive. You can see right here, even on this, you know, you can see it's kind of responsive. And if you go to check screen as well, you see it is responsive. And once we click on this, you can see it's all responsive. As you can see, it's all responsive. So let me take it back and show you back on the on dark mode. Click on it. As you can see, making sense, right? Okay. And once I click on submit test, don't mind this, it's kind of that way. As you can see, it's responsive. Alright, and then let's go back and click on any of this. As you can see, it's all responsive. Alright, as you can see, looking good, right? Smooth, all good. So if you're wondering, I got all these images for mobbing, okay? So as you can see, it's so smooth, and you can click on these dots, click on any of them, and it all works well. So we are done with the introduction. So let's keep on installing this stuff. Okay. So all of this, I did all of this with design tools, okay? So you can't find all of this in anywhere. So I did it with some good design tools. As you can see, on light mode we have it here, on dark mode we have them all here. So these are all stuff I did in some kind of using some design tools to achieve all of this. So if you want all these assets, you comment down below and I will provide you the assets folder that you need. Okay, so here we have our app, we have our layout, we have our page, and so here is what we're going to do. We are going to start from scratch. So like I always tell you guys, don't let no one fool you. Every developer out there who does this YouTube stuff, they have a text editor which is open elsewhere. Just they didn't show you is open else somewhere, and that is where they code everything from. So they look at their code one place and they code without you seeing it. So but for now I'm still having a small window in a computer, so I'm using a very small one to do this tutorial. So that's why you get to see this, me using this format. But once I with time being, I will get a bigger one, and I'll be hiding all of this so you don't have to see it. Okay, so first thing first, we're going to come to the home page while it's still installing, and we're going to clear this one. Okay, and so we can use a div. And if you're new to the channel, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to always watch our video to the end. Please do not skip a thing, so you don't get to be asking questions that are already answered during the tutorial. Okay, so here we have a div, and we are going to install Freemium Motion, but for now we won't be needing it, so let's just code along. Once we are done, we can Okay, so we're going to start with relative. This is pretty large one, so please do support the channel. If you are new, help us share our videos, and we'll be so happy, so we can have a very big family on YouTube. Okay, so here we're going to say inline grid, height to be 7, MD margin top to be 3. So let's say grid calls, and we're going to give some 1FR, 1FR. Okay, and we're going to have some items to be of center, the text to be of SM, font to be medium, margin left to be 4. We are doing this so that why is it okay? It's still installing. Okay, so this is for, let me wrap this in a fragment. So this is for, wait a minute, I want to return this, like so. Okay, so first of all we are creating this front page, and as you can see it's saying we have a component here. Well, congrats to Shatsian, because on the first time I'm going to be making use of their component, but for now let's just write on. Okay, so we're going to have a span. As you can see, it's still it's still loading. Let's give it a span. In there it has some icons, the moon, and all of that cool stuff. So let's just keep on doing with all these styles, and we will get back to it shortly. So we say class name, pointer, event, none. Okay, here is our project fully installed. And relative, and then ms to be 0.5, main window to be 8, item center, justify center, and the text to be center on the peer, data state equals to checked, and then text muted, foreground. So we're going to for now we're going to see we imported our switch for UI components, so this is where we imported this switch from, but for now we need to install Shatsian. Okay, but I only need this component. I'm not using it for the whole of my project. I know some of you hate it, but I just need this component and probably the other one. So you say shut here, and then we go to the docs. We go to installation, Next.js, and then we run this command like so. So let's wait for it to do its thing. Then after that you can, let's see what's that. New York, our default. So I'm just gonna go with the default. Let's go, yes. So here I'm just going to go to the component. I look for switch. This one. So here we can add the switch. As you can see, this is switch. This is what we want. So I'm just going to something went wrong. Please check the error below for blah blah blah. I thought you answered. So let's run it again. npx shard cn at the latest init. The file already exists. So let's check our package if there's anything like that. Nothing. So it's in this file, this package. So let's remove this one. I don't think it's installed very well. This one, let's initialize it. Okay. Everything seems to be going well. So let's copy this. Please open an issue on GitHub. I've experienced this one before. I don't know why it's the. So let's open this one, and you can see we're not having any of those. Let's try it again. Okay. So we're waiting for it to install. Validating import alias. Okay, I think there's a problem happening right now, and So let's try again. Would you like to use default? Yes, please. Neutral. Yes. As you can see, so the next thing you need to do is copy the installation for the switch. Look for the switch component, as you can see here, and we're going to use that here. As you can see, successful installed. The next thing, we're going to copy this command. So just click copy and paste it here. So wait for it to make sure this file is installed, as you can see. And here it's still asking, so we use the force. And here we can copy this and then paste it here. But first we let it install so that, okay, so this error should go away. As you can see, it's all gone. And then next thing we need to do is close this tab and close this one. And then here for the switch, we are going to handle that right now. And the next thing we need to install are the icons. As you can see, we have Lucid React. So let's open this and go to Lucid React icons and click on it. As you can see, installation. Click on it. As you can see, this installation, this one, you click on it and you copy. You make sure you use the one from React, not this one, and or not this one. If you are using Vue or using Svelte, then that you can use. Or if you are using any of these, then you can choose from wherever you like. Okay, so since we are using React, so this is the command we're going to use. You copy it, you come here and you paste this. Oh, it's using the pnpm, so here my bad, apologize for that. So here we paste this npm install lucid -react and you click enter. As you can see, it's done. So here we need to go back to our app, close this. Okay, and let's close this. Okay, so here we need to bring the moon and the sun icon. Okay, and so let's have the moon icon here. Okay, and let's have the other one. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing as this one. So you can just duplicate it if you want everything still remain the same. Okay, so we're going to grab this one and then paste that in there. Let me see, localhost 3000. So let's kill this server. So let's run npm run dev. So as you can see, our project successfully is up. So let's reload this. As you can see, we are right here at the home page. So guys, that is how you do this setup, and in the next chapter we are going to continue from the whole build of your desktop. So I will see you guys next in the next video. Do please leave a subscribe to the channel and support our videos by watching and by sharing. So thank you guys, I'll see you in the next. So here we already have the two icons right here. So the next thing we need to do is make sure this switch toggle works. As you can see, they are all inside this div. So we need to put the switch component in here, and in our .cn, let's go to the .cn. Let's take a look at the switch components. So let's go to components, let's go to switch, and then here is the switch. Okay, so here we need to see, here is the code. So let's see about that. So let's see our switch here. As you can see, it's having an ID. So here we do, because for we not to make a lot of mistakes, so I'm just going to copy all of this one. You can grab those, and all it did was giving it a pair, absolute insert 0, height of inherit, width of auto, the data. If state is checked, then give it a BGA of this color, and if the state is unchecked, then give it a BG of whatsoever color as well, and also give it a height of so pretty much all these styles are going on, right? So when a state is checked or when a state is unchecked, so what we need to do is give it this checked and unchecked with some new states. Okay, so here we say const checked, unchecked equals to use state, and here we give it the value of true, or probably we should have even given the value of false, but for now let's just wait and see. So here this, if checked, it will be true. So let's say const handle toggle, like so. undo toggle, set checked. No, not that one. Oh no, it's set checked, not set checked. Right, so set checked here to be whatever the checked opposite of it. You can toggle it this way. And then the theme, we haven't used theme yet, but that's just we'll get to that very soon. So let's refresh this, and as you can see we have something. So when we check, as you can see it goes on and off. So our checked is all working. And the next thing we want to do is to have if we take a look at the original project, so the theme actually works, light theme and dark theme. So that's what we're going to build next. So let's go to so here we have a theme which is from the package Next Themes, this one. Okay, so we need to install that as well. Let's scroll up. So npm install Next Themes. And sometimes when you do the npm stuff, it just throw you a bunch of errors. So I don't know, probably that's due to the latest update in React. I don't know why, but just so you know, it happens that way. So here we have we have our theme installed. So the next thing we're going to do is import the use theme from Next theme. Okay, import this from the Next theme, and then the next thing you need to do excuse me, next thing you need to do is constantly destructure the theme property with the set theme function from the use theme. So, and once that's been done, you can come here and set the theme. If the theme is if whatever is being checked, if true, they give it a light theme, or is it dark. Okay, and then give it a light, else give it a dark, like so. So it makes this as well to switch, because if it's where is it? If it's just this way, as you can see, like I was toggling before, it wasn't even changing the background, it was just okay. So the theme makes it, if it is on light theme, then makes the background light. If it's on dark theme, make it as well dark. So let's refresh one more time. As you can see, there's nothing working right now. So let's see why is that happening. We need to go to the let's go check our TailwindCSS. Come here, it's Tailwind config. Okay, it has this dark, good. And let's go to our global.css, and one thing I need to get or grab is this one. I need to grab all of this one. Don't worry, I'll show you guys what I just copied there. So right here, you just paste those in here. This is basically just a background stuff. If it's in dark, you give it this background. If it's not, then give it white. then transition hold is in duration of 200, just giving it out nice looking it's kind of cool animation, but you know, it just won't make it go sharp. So as you can see, it's not yet working. There's something else, something more we're missing, and that is what, trying to see where that might be coming from. So let's go to our layout. Well, and yeah, we need this theme provider. Okay, before that, let's go to the here and suppress the hydration warning. It's very important. At this, in the early of next 15, that was giving some kind of error, so you need to do this, but I don't know about now, but we still need to do that. So the next thing that we need to do is go back to the we need to create a component. Okay, we need to create a component, and in that component we need to have a provider. So right here we need to create a very component for our providers. So this is where basically we're going to be including the other functionality. If you want this project, if you want me to, take this project to the next level, so this where I'll add some of those components. Okay, so in here we're going to have a provider. Okay, so we're going to give it a provider.csx. As you can see, in the original one, I did add the tip tab editor as well, which is for for you to build a very good custom editor. So I added some of the functionality, but that depends on what you guys want. If you guys are cool with this, then we move on to the next. But if you're not, then we can, just comment down below, and we'll do something about it. Okay, so let me just copy this one and explain. As you can see, I'm using the use client. I'm importing the theme provider from Next Themes, and I'm wrapping it inside a function theme provider client, passing its children as a prop, because we're going to wrap it around a component, and also we're going to return the theme provider. Then the attribute should be class, and the children should be wrapped in the within the theme provider. So as you can see, it's very simple. So the next thing we're going to do is go back to the layout, which is this one, because I have two layouts. There's one here. Okay, this is one. So here we go back to the layout, the main layout, and run the children here. We're going to wrap, say, the theme provider for next theme. No, not that one. Theme provider client. This one, the one we created, and then we're going to wrap it around the children. As you can see right now, it's kind of synced with it, and as you can see, it's all working right now. I don't even know, did I switch this? It kind of looks weird. If I go, as you can see, so the reason why I did this is because, let me remove it. You will notice the color, you notice how sharp the transition will be. See, very fast. But with this transition right here, it's kind of have that slow, I don't know, it's not that slow, but it gives you that
as you can see, not as fast as it should. Pretty much like probably maybe 500, so you guys see it very well. What is this? Okay, as you can see, so that was what I was talking about. Okay, and so for the what's it called, for the snowfall, I don't know if that's something I want to do right now, but let's see if we can add it. So let's add go back to our provider, our component. We add a component, and let's call it snow.css. And right here we use client. So here we import the use effect from React and the use state import snowfall from React snowfall. So we import it from React snowfall, but we don't have it yet. So what we need to do is grab it, come to the browser and check for snowfall, this one, just to be sure. As you can see, we have our snowfall here. So how to install is basically just this, and I will paste. So let's wait for it to install. As you can see, it's kind of giving this error. So what you need to do is either using the force or legacy PDEPs. Okay, so here we just have to clear and paste it and do that as false, like so. So while it's going to be doing its thing, we're going to keep on snowfall component. Timer, just for it to have a little bit of delay, not like it just kind of starts falling immediately. So set timeout. As you can see, it's kind of installing, and it's done. So I have to set the timeout, and then we should have a state of being visible. We just don't want it to come into play at once. Okay, so here we use the use effect, and then here we need to pass in the dependencies and cut those ones, and then const timer equals to set timeout. And then we set is visible to true, and we give it 3000 milliseconds, and then here we return declare timeout. Okay, declare timeout, and we pass in the timeout there. Okay, so underneath here, if it's not visible, if it is not visible, then let's just return null. Else we just want to proceed to the snow component, snowfall. This one, my bad. And if we should save and check, we probably don't have enough data of the details of the snow. So here we go down here and we say snowflake count, give it to be 20. Change frequency and give it to 900. Opacity, you give it 0.1, 0.8. Then wind, -1, let's say 2 and 5. Then the color should be white. I mean, you can change the color to whatever you like, but so we should be getting some snowflakes coming down. Okay, we need to use a component underneath layout here, because if we go to our layout here, as you can see underneath here we have it. Snow for wait, did I export it? No, it looks like I didn't export it. So here we need to export snowflake component. This one, and then here we need to import it. Like so. So as you can see, we have our snow falling. They're right there, actually, because the color is white. If I should change it to red, as you can see, they're all there. They change it to probably green. As you can see, we have green snows right now. So make it back to white. We'll make it back to white. So we have our snow falling. Pretty good, okay? Pretty good. And yeah, so for this we have come to implementing the snow component, and on the next chapter we are going to be working more on the home page, just so we can have a lot of details of a lot of details like this, and this as well. So in the next one I will see you guys, and if this is your first time, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and do make sure you watch our videos, because this encourages us to keep on, pushing, pushing more and creating more content for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. So welcome back. So the next thing we are going to do next is like I said, we're going to continue from the home page. So let's close this out and go back to the home page. And as you can see here, so we are going to continue with our home page development, because that is the important thing that is being left for we to do. So for it to have some kind of good looking shape, so here we're going to get a class name, give it flex. Just follow me along, okay? So it will all make sense. Just file center, and also let's give it a h1 of let me just grab them. So given a h1 of LG, and a bigger screen should be text of 40M, a medium device should be text of 30M, and font rounded black and fixed. As you can see, this is one with I showed you guys how to add custom fonts the last time. So that's exactly what I'm using here, and I'm giving it a fix so that it doesn't move away from the screen, and taking it top of 40 and giving it Z index so that it will come above, come below. I'll probably push it back to the back of every other thing will be at the front. And text of neutral 200, you can change here to about 900, as you can see, but I'm giving it 200 opacity of 85, and on the dark it should have opacity of 25. So that is what's happening right there. And then the next thing we need to do is find a way to give this provide a font, because you can see we don't have no font here. So we're going to copy a font here. So all I'm just going to do is copy. You can create that folder. Just come here, click on it, and create a folder and name it font. So I'm just going to paste it here. So you can see, and paste. So I'm going to have our fonts folder here. And then the next thing that we need to do is go to our global.css, which is this one. And you can see these are all the fonts. If you watch my previous tutorial, I went step by step on how to do this, so you can just follow that video if you don't know how to. So I'm just gonna grab all those and then whack those in here as well, as you can see, and then close this one up. And as well, close this one up. You don't need to, because I'm opening this one from my end here. So I'm going to go to the TailwindCSS. As you can see, we have a font family here as well. And make sure the name are same with the ones on the font. So here we are going to tailwind.config. These are all from shard CM stuff, so I'm just going to whack those in here. Okay, I think it's kind of complaining about something. Border. Okay, let's make that here. Okay, so just paste them here. Font family. Give it the same, make sure they are the same name given to this font here, as you can see. Make sure they are the same name. Actually, I don't, let me check. Wow, this is the first time I'm noticing this kind of thing. So let's try it out and see. And we'll close this one. And let's check our font. As you can see, it already changed. Okay, it already changed. So I'm just saying on a small. Let me refresh this. let me see, is this the reason why it's hiding? I probably, this should be probably on the larger screen, while on a smaller screen it should be top of, I don't know, let's see, maybe 96, way too much. No wonder, I was looking for it all this while, but I just couldn't find it, and let's say 52 or 56, and we're only giving this, probably we want it to be hidden actually on a smaller device, and then on a larger one to be blocked. That should probably make sense. So on a smaller device we don't get to see it, because it won't make sense in all that both stuff, because on the original version you can see it's not there, which actually makes this text stand out. So the next thing we are going to do is continue with our background, or well, let's see how it goes. And let's close it out. So we have a text of 17 stuff. So the next thing we are going to do is have a div. Give it a class name, bg gradient to top from neutral 500 via neutral neutral 500. Why is it doing this? Okay, we have not, what is this? Not blue, it's neutral. And we are okay, so we are having the neutral 500, and also we are giving it some opacity of 40. So on the dark it should be from black dark, it should be via neutral 790. Does that even exist? 790? No, I don't think that. Probably it's just 700. Then to transparent, height of full, width of full, and fixed. So now we create and let's give the Z a Z index of 20 or 10. Okay, down. Let's give it a 10. Let's go back to all. As you can see, it's having that background from here to the top. As you can see, pretty nice. Okay. Anyway, we like black. So there we have it. Let me just take this away. I self-closing one. The next one we need to do is create a div. class name, give them max weight of 790, 970, mx to be auto. Under div, class name, OG, border, dark, border transparent, border of transparent, because I don't want, there's a text and there's an image there. I just don't want to go to the to be fully visible, so I just want to have something to take it off, so that's why I'm using this border. Okay, height of full, OG, height of 93 93.5 viewport height, overflow hidden, rounded XL. Class name relative, and then in here we have an image, right? So here the image, we're given a width of 14, hidden a large block, object contain absolutely, and the right to be 64 on the top. To rotate it, we can't see any image right now because we don't have the image stuff. You can see it's broken, so I'll need to import the images from so here we have the public. So this one, as you can see, if we close everything, is at so we just have to delete this one, but we copy this one. I will provide the asset files. Okay, so we copy this one and then we paste it here. So let's hide this. So if we should refresh, we should see an image. As you can see, we have an image there. Okay. So that is done. The next, we need to copy this as well, and because it's somewhat the same thing, they are kind of the same kind of, yeah. Okay. And we are going to use the div. We get a class name, flex, justify, center, and also we are going to give another div here. Give it a class name, margin top to be 28, and then we have a h1. So I'll explain what is going on here. We're given a text, which is this one, 5 extra large, and the fonts of our custom fonts and I'm giving it inline flex, item center from the margin left, pushing it a little bit 78 pixel. Then with our text right here, then the next one is an image, so we want them to be at the same position. That's why we use the inline flex. But if we if we just use the flex, it will be a problem later. So if we use just the flex, it's going to be a problem. So because we're going to add some other stuff there, so we don't want to use the just flex. Hydration because didn't match. When did this happen? Let me see. Okay, so this is happening right here because I probably because we are using what if we use it as a div? Would that work? It didn't match the client. I read this true will be regenerated on the client. This can happen if there's a client's use. Do we need to? It's already a use client. So that error is coming because of this thing. This should be probably H1. Okay, this thing is probably still complaining. I don't know why. Cause all the good. Okay, it's having problem with this actually. This is where the whole thing is coming from. So we're going to look for a way to figure out how to pass that. But for now, let's just keep on building because there's no way the images are two. There's one on the light and the one on the dark. Okay, as you can see, I switched them. So let's just keep on doing what we do. And then here we give it a break. And then we have another H1 here. With text 5, just exactly the same text I gave it here. So the margin top here should be 1 and the width here to be 36, and also if it is dark mode then use this one, else if it's on light mode then use this one. So I'm pretty much using an SVG for this, as you can see. And the next thing we need to do is after that we have a div again. Okay, so here we have another div, probably because I need to use one for a very big thing like flex or maybe grid. So if you see me do a div like that, that's probably what I'm trying to do there. SM text to be center, MX to be auto, and then we have a one H1 here. So this H1 here, it says we build, and then just the same format. We give it a max width to be SM, the text to be center, MX to be auto, and as you can see, we build end to end. Like we can say, we build band for band, and here we copy this one. Here we work this down here, and then also the reason why I'm doing this is just so we don't waste much time on it. So here we copy this one as well, and then finally the last one. So I'm just going to go through all. So here we have MX width of SM, text center, MX auto, and text 3XL, font rounded, inline place, gap from the left and right to be of 2, and there we have a text. We say we build, and then this is an SVG, which is this one here, and end to end, which is here, and then another H1, another image, landing pages to yield, all of that cool stuff. So the next thing we are going to do after that, we are going to have another div here. Class name relative max width to be SM, MX to be auto, heading, and then here we're going to give it on a large device. We're going to make it block. Let's just grab this image and work this in here. We have a div, and also we have a div here. Okay, so here we give it a class name, give it a flex, justify evenly, and margin top of 3. And here let's give it a link of next link, and then here we give it a href of home. You can yeah, here we go to the home page, because that is where we're going to have our creations and all of that stuff. So give it a class name, font will be that of regular, SF regular, this one. I'm going to give it a border, neutral 600. And then rounded to be XL, and also padding top to be top and bottom actually should be 1.5, and also BG to be of this one. Let me just copy them. So give it BG linear gradient from 130 degrees with a color of 40, 40, 40, and giving it the level of which this color is going to take effect. That was asked for 35%, and also we give it the next one of white, and also 50%, and also the third one of 40, 40, and 75%. So that's what that does, and also that's for the text. And here we're going to BJ the clip text, clip text like so, and then text should be base. And we're going to font to be medium, and then text of transparent. Okay, so we're going to have this one like say check screens like so. It's going to say check screens, as you can see. So there's a little bit of animation that goes on when from the original one. As you can see, there's some sort of animation that you can see. Let me zoom in. As you can see, there's this animation that keeps on going. This one. So that's what we want to have as well. So the next thing we are going to do is get a frame of motion. Let's say npm. I didn't know that it's kind of having different stuff here. Okay, this one, then we're going to copy it, and then here we paste those in there. npm install frame motion like so, like this one. So wait for it to install, and we are going to add frame of motion, so we can have the animation that was playing, that does play this one. So what we're going to do is add the frame of motion. So let's come here, open npm install frame motion like so, and hit enter. Okay, so wait for it to install, and while we're waiting, so here all we need to do is use a motion dot button. Okay, and it has some initial property, but for now, before let's keep on doing some other stuff, so we don't, we'll get back to it once. Oh, there you go, another error. So it still wants us to do the force of a thing, so let's clear it. npm install frame motion dash force. So let's force it, and we should, as you can see, it's trying to install, and it's almost there. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is have an image, and here we need to give it a class name, a width of full, fixed, and z index of 10, and give it the negative top of 9. Okay, so here we give it some source, and source here we have to give it clip.svg, and let's give it an alt tag, because it always complain about the alt tag. So I'm just going to copy it and use them right here. So here I thought we already have it import. Yeah, we have image, this one. So make sure you have it all import. So as you can see, we have that image at the background here. So if I should take this away, you see it will go away. Okay, that is the so if I should refresh this one, let's take a look why that is happening. What if we make it bigger? Okay, so here is the image, the one a smaller device is not there, and so we are having a little bit of issue right now because it's not how it should compared to this one. As you can see, there's a difference. So I think the problem might be coming from where we did the what's it called, that self-closing div. I think the styles are not properly used. Where is it? This. So I'm just going to look, I think somewhere here, this one. I think that style is kind of different, this one. So let's see if that's what was wrong. So right now we are having the normal style we should have, as you can see. So this is what we want. So the next thing we need to do is import motion from framework motion. Import motion from framework motion. And make sure you use the use client at top here. Okay. And here at the bottom here we kind of so we're going to use it here. Okay. So right here we're going to use motion dot button and then initial. We're going to have a background position. Background position to be 200%, 0. Then the animate background position negative 200. Then we're going to have a little bit of transition of a repeat to be infinite. Duration to be 20. And then is to be linear, like so. So you should see this moving, as you can see. And that's all for the front page. As you can see, we have a good looking nice front page right here. Okay, and switch it to the light mode. You can switch it to the dark mode. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is go to the correction page. That will be our next what we're going to do next. So let me take it a little bit up here. So once I click on this button, it's going to take us to home. So right now we don't want this this page to be visible to all the rest pages, unlike when we do I'll show you what I mean. So let me just code it whole thing. So here on our bottom, when they click it, it goes to home. So how I structure that is this like this. So I have another app component here, and I wrap it to be home route. Okay, and in here we have layout.txs, wrap page.txx. Also we have layout.tsx. Okay, so here in the layouts, I'm just going to copy them and paste those in here. So I will explain this. We don't need this. If you like, you can name here your my site. You can do that if you want to, but the most important thing is this: make sure you give it MD, and the medium device reflex. On the normals should be height of screen, medium to be overflow hidden, so we can hide those lines. Max width of 978 pixel, MX auto, so it stays at the center. So and here we need to create the header, but we need to have it inside component. Alright, so let's go and create a header. Ctrl V, and then here we say header CSS. Okay, RFCE, so here we import lots of icon. These are all icons from Lucid React, the one we did installed earlier. So we're importing the credit card, we're importing the layout dashboard, we're importing shopping cart, users, zap, share, more horizontal menu. We are importing it all from Lucid React, and also we need motion, animate, present from frame motion, and also we need the link from next link, and image from next image.
So here are the categories we are going to be using. We are going to be using some of the categories. So here the icon, we're using the gift credit card icon, giving a height of 4 and a width of 4. And here is the name we want to display on when we are rendering this list of category. As you can see, they are all list of category. So here you can you can pause it the video and type all of this. So the next thing here we need to grab is the open, the use state. Okay, so and once ever you use the use state, make sure at the top of your component you use the use client. Okay, and the next thing here, you need to use the class name, border, then scroll bar, none, overflow to be hidden, overflow y, hidden, auto main. Okay, so at dark, I want to give it a border of neutral 800, and empty medium, we want to give it a width of 330 pixel, then BG white, and also SM to be item start. Okay, so over here we have a div, initial, let's give it a motion dot div, let's give it initial, let's give it height to be 50 pixel, animate height. So we're going to conditionally render this. So if the state is true, which is if it's open, then we want to give it a height of 100%. Also want to give it 50. Okay. So let's give this one some smooth transition. Okay. So mind you, this is for the header, and also we give it a class name, background blur, backdrop. Okay, backdrop blur to Excel on a dark BG inherit, BG white, reduce the opacity to 65. I'll give it a top of 0. I'll give it a fixed, a left to be 0, right to be 0, empty to be hidden, and justify between item center, z index of 10.
So in here we have a div. Okay, so we probably don't need to do that. All we need to do is probably we just need to give it a link here. So we should already have a link component imported. So in here we're going to have an image, which is the logo, and I probably should, have a very good, nice looking logo. So let me check my. So this is what we are showing. This one. So let's go back. And okay. And over here we have the menu icon, which is the one we are going to use for to toggle. So we're not seeing anything right now. It's because we haven't rendered the header right here. So let's uncomment this and render that as well. So if we go to let's see, right here we want to so right here we show the header, and right here we already have our theme provider. All of those are all set. So we really need to create this home page, because when we click on it we are coming to this home page directly. Okay, so as you can see we have the header there, and so I'm not going to be creating this page. So we're not going to be creating a page here. So let me delete this one. Okay, so the next thing we're going to create is a folder called home, and in here we're going to write page.csx. Okay, see. Okay, so we're going to be writing lots of stuff. So first of all we are going to give it a class name, flex to be 1, p to be 6, scroll none, so I think that's a package we need to install, so we're going to do that soon. Screen overflow y auto. call it main, and in here we have a div. Give it a class name, max width to be 6x, mx to be auto, space y to be 8. Here is another div. Give it a class name and then give it a space y to be 4, and then here we have a h1. So if we go to the home page, as you can see, there's a home page here, as you can see. So let's write on, and underneath here we have a div. This style I've used for my last videos, and it's something that I enjoy using, so you can just grab those from the what's it called, you can grab them from my previous files, one I uploaded on my GitHub, and you see this type from grid context start, columns, all these custom ones, you can get them from my previous project. Okay, so in here I'm going to have a div. So each div is wrapped, as you can see, it's wrapped. You can have multiple of those, and or maybe you can loop through a list and have them all in there. Okay, so here I'm going to say the link right now to be this, href to be of details id. What? My bad. Details id. Cannot find it. So let's import this one. I give it a class name, group relative flex call, gap y of 3, and our medium device is gap y of 4. Let's give it rounded. It's 20 pixel. Overflow heading, width to be full, relative flex, md bg foreground. So I'm just going to copy this. I don't want to waste time. Okay, and md group over md group over
So we're going to have another one. Let's give it a transition duration of 300 and the padding top to be 3 and the padding bottom to be 3. Padding bottom to be 3. So the BG height to be 96, P to be 4, justify center, item center, and then here we can have this text base, height of 8, width of 8, flex, item center, just so you can center this text, nothing much serious going on there. And here is the image itself we are going to display. I'm just grabbing an image from Unsplash, using the link and giving it rounded, an object cover overflow hidden, width and height of 80. So down here, we are going to give it a class name of flex, item center, gap, x of 3, width of full, and a div, give it a class name shrink to be 0, height to be 10, width to be 10, then the BG of this, okay, and rounded XL, overflow hidden. Oh, this is self-closing one. Actually, so let's give this one, actually, okay, it's all good that way. Okay, so here we need to install the CN and all of that. So we go back to our page. So we create a lib. We already have one here. Okay, so the CN is already here. So we need to import the CN from the lib. Okay, so we are good to go. And okay, so it's complaining that I need to configure this in the next config file. So what I did was go to the next config file, this one, and then I grab this because I already did the whole thing before. So I grab this and come here and paste those in here. I'm just telling it to accept any images coming from this source, which is image.splash.com. Okay. And after that, let's give it a div with a class name
flex group, flex code, then font SF medium. Okay, so we're gonna grab this text. We're just going to give it span line clamp of one, text body medium bold, underline decorate transparent, which is not even necessary with them because we won't be needing any of this that much. Decoration transparent, we won't be needing all of this, even this. So let's refresh. Let's refresh it. And we need this one as well, and paste those in there. So as you can see, it's having this side of image, and why did it not show? Probably because this is the first time we're using this Unsplash stuff. By just probably it's my network, I don't know which, but that is for A. And okay, so that is it for the first page. The next thing we are going to do is just to duplicate the second one. So if we like, we can duplicate. That's going to still work fine, but if we don't like, we can just leave it and map through them. So here is one for demo purpose. For you to get what I mean, we can duplicate as well, which is like this. As you can see, they are both on the other side. Okay, so that is that for this tutorial. So in the next one, we are going to be working on our detail page here, and also when we click on one of these cards, it redirects you to that other page. Okay, so I'll see you guys next in the next video. So as you can see, we have our images right here. All I did was just to refresh it. As you can see, we have our image here. So I'm using so just a custom one I copied from Unsplash, so over here to the next one, all I need to do is change here to B, and that would be all. Okay, let me refresh. As you can see, so it's now B, and I think I need to have a little bit of padding or margin from the top. As you can see, it has this cool looking, but right now on the smaller device, it's not that great. So let's go back to here, and let's see what we need to, screen, and also we have a main. Apparently everything looks good, but let's see margin top to be 14. Okay, this should be for
but on a larger device we just want the margin top to be back to 0, just so we can see something. Okay, and so the next thing we need to do is, add our, as you can see, it's working. So I need to add the side list item right here. So let's go back to the header, and let's open the header, because we haven't mapped through the items, as you can see. So we have a button right here after the menu. So here we have a link. For now, let's just give it a href of create, and in here let's give it a button. Let's give it a motion button, and here let's give it animate. Opacity, if it is open, then let's give it opacity of 1, else let's give it opacity of 0. Okay, so on exit, I don't know if that would be a very perfect solution. I was thinking of using the animate present opacity to be 0, and the Y, that's the top on the upper position to be -10. Let's give it a transition of duration 0.3 and a delay of 0.1. So here let's give it a class name, width to be full, dark, bg white, dark, the text should be neutral, 800, bg black, dark, bg white, and also if it is dark, let's give it a text of neutral. Wait a minute, I've already done this. BG dark, let's give it a height of 40, and let's give it a text of white, font SF bold, rounded, full, and the text should be 17.5 pixel. MD hidden, margin top to be 24. to make it submit test. Okay, so also we're trying to, like, if it is open, we want to render a button, which is this one. That's basically what it's trying to do right now. Okay, so here we're saying if it is open, then we're wrapping it in a div to be hidden on a medium devices, and then mx to be 290 mx auto, and also to give it a paragraph of category. Okay, so here we need to have another div. Class name space y of x, max width 290 pixel, auto, md to be hidden. Then we're going to wrap this all in animate present. So here we are going to check if it is open, then we want to render some category to the map. We map through the category, individual ID, index number, and also you want to render a div. Okay, let's give it some class name. Let's say flex p to be 2, rounded xl over bg neutral 200 50, then transition all, gap x to be 2, item center. Okay, so we're just going to grab all of these animations and paste them here, and turn this one to motion dot div. Okay, so here should be idx. So we're just telling it initial the opacity should be 0, and then it should come from, it should be hidden to the top. Here also to be idx. And then the next thing we need to do is create a div, and we'll give it a div here that will show the icons of the you should see some icons around here. Okay, and also we have a span which says font should be rounded medium, text size should be 70 pixels, and then a category dot name. So now you can't see. So when let's save that, as you can see, you can't see that right now. You can't see that, but I'm working on the mobile first view. So here in our menu, I don't know why this menu is kind of so dark. Let me see if it is dark. Wait,
Did I make the background here also white? I don't know why. Okay. So let me refresh. So let me close a little bit and see. As you can see, we have our let's give this VG neutral maybe 700. As you can see, it's right there, but I don't know if that is what is needed for it. Is it PG or text? I don't know which. So let me check the text. Okay, so we have this one showing, and as you can see, we have something right here, but I don't. Let me check why we are not getting those text. Okay, if it is dark. Okay, so if it is dark, let me go switch up the theme. Let me go back to the home page. Let me change it back to white. So let me go back and see. So as you can see, it's all white, and as you can see, okay, so let's open localhost 3000. So the thing with that, we should switch back to dark theme, because I love dark theme a lot. And in dark theme, I do not want this to be of white. I don't want it to be white. I don't know if that is what I gave it, but let me check. So if it is dark, I think so give the border. Okay, so the next one is backdrop law. So Excel, if it is dark, BG inherit. Top, BG white. Okay, so I'm kind of seeing some error here, like things I didn't include. So I did the PG white of 65. Okay, and I think pretty much that's what I did. But the truth is, I would like to, as you can see, it's not being transparent like I want. So there's something I need to do to fix this. Okay, so here we are not having any BG white actually. It's my bad. So as you can see, yes, this is how it should look like. Of course, this is how it should look like. So we have our nav, the side ones working. So let's find a way to make the whole of the other ones to appear. So here we are going to give it a div. div, give it a class name p to be 3, link, href to be, and we have an image. I think I'm going to change this image to something way different. So I'm going to change it back to the one I know, because I don't like this one. Okay, so let's look for a way to change it to this one, because I like this one way better. Okay, so it's saying this stuff. Let's take those ones away. It's not supposed to be there. Actually, that is not what I was even copying. Why is that one working there? Okay, yeah. I'm actually copying the image. So here I'm giving it, okay, so here is our logo, and then the next thing we should do next is another div. Give it a class of flex, justify, center, lg, justify, start, and then margin top to be 10. Then sm, margin top to be 0. And let's grab this h1, what goes in here, and also as you can see we have another div. Then we'll give it a class name, give it a flex, just the same one, the same way we did for that, so the same way we're going to do here. As you can see, nothing changes, it's the same class names, flex start. The only thing here is I'm adding margin top and on a, so it's almost the same thing. So you can pause the video and type that one as well. So we're going to have our text right here that says our link text actually that says create. I'm giving it a button of width full, and on the dark we want the background to be white, and on the dark we want the text to be neutral. So that if I should expand it, you see they are here. And so we're going to have a div that's we're going to have this div on a larger device going to be hidden, on a smaller device going to be hidden, but on a larger device going to be block and the margin top are free. And also we've got to have a p tag paragraph with the category there. And then let me just quickly grab this, I'm going to explain. Okay, so I'm going to explain real quick. So here we're giving a space y, so each of them could have a space up away from each other
and we're going to give it the margin top so that it will push away from, it will give a little bit of gap from these categories of margin top to be free and to be hidden, but on a larger device it should be blocked. So each category we're going to have a link. So probably when we you have maybe if you have a specific category where you want to fetch those images from, so you're probably going to need to link it with the ID. So once they click on it, when they click on it, it's going to fetch just the category of all the tags related to this from your database, okay? And also we're giving a flex the padding of 2 rounded XL over BG neutral, as you can see. When I hover over them, you can see, so that's the hover thing. And we are giving it a transition of all is item center and border. This for the icon and this is for the category name. It's all simple. So that's it for this chapter. So on the next one we are going to be creating the form, whereby when we click on this it's going to take us to the form page where we can fill all our details. So after that then we'll click on a single product page. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys.
So now let's move on to the other pages. As you can see, we already have the front page, and you can add multiple stuff here. Like let me show you guys. This is for the header, right? So here is the home page, the one with grid. So here there's this one section and this is the other section, okay? So let me, why is this like that? Okay, there's some red squiggly line, I don't know why, cannot find the line. So let me duplicate this as maybe like 8 times, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then save it. You notice we have a lot of them right here, then you can scroll as well. So let me refresh it, and as you can see we have a lot of them here. You can scroll all you want, and you can also scroll like this in a larger screen, okay? You can have different people submitting their test results as well. So here is the place where the form where they're going to submit the but which we haven't created yet. So let me undo this ones back, because we just want few ones, and as you can see we haven't a full page because that page doesn't exist yet. So the next thing we are going to do is create that create page. So I'm just going to come here, and here is the home. We'll create another folder and we name it create. Why did you close? And here is the create page, and here we're going to say page.css. So we're going to go into the create page right now and close that one off. Also, for you guys to know that I went really far wanting to make this as full stack something project. I even included the tip-tap editor, but that would all depends on you guys. If you want this to be something I should create to be some kind of maybe a full stack application that deals with software as a service where you charge people money before they can post their screens, just like mobbing does. You can let me know. But if you don't want that, we can keep on developing. Okay, so here the medium screen, we want to give it a height of screen, and we have the scroll. I think this scroll bar one is it's an actual what's it called? It's an actual stuff that I did installed. I need to check this stuff. I think I installed this. TailwindCSS. CSS, sorry. How to hide it. Okay, probably I didn't install none of that because there's one I did installed, and I don't think this is it actually. So let's keep on doing what we do, what we know how to do best. So we screw it, kind of give it overflow to be hidden. Overflow Y or T, and give it a padding of 6, and then down here we have a H1 that says submit the test results, and also a P tag here that gives you the margin top and bottom 3, and then also some text here you can include. Okay, so underneath there we have some form. So we need to refresh our page just so we start seeing some effects. As you can see, mind you, this is all for the header. These are all for the header. Okay, and this is for, I think this should be for the large device, but for some screen way lesser than that, maybe for the medium, should be text to be 4 pixel. And did we have a margin top there? No, we don't have, I didn't know why this is there. So let me get rid of that one and see. Okay, so we need to do that, and here there's this, what they call it, I forgot how they do it, apples. It's probably apples, this apples, like so. I don't know if that is how they do it, something like that. Let me check. Okay, so we are going to go down here. So we have the form, and we give it a class name of margin top to be 7, and a div, and a label, and I'll give it HTML for name, and then we give it your name. Okay, and I will going to give it some class name. Flex item center gap X of 4, font of medium, this one we're going to give it text extra large, and text neutral 200, and in there we have a span underneath here. There should be a span, and then in here we need to give it a asterisk sign, the asterisk symbol. Let's give it a width of 4, a height 4, run through, and also we give background of neutral 200, and flex, then item center, this one, and we give it the text neutral 700, and also give it a shadow of SM. Alright. Okay, so that would be the first thing that shows up whenever we need to, that's like a label inside the form. Okay, probably that haven't taken any shape yet. Okay, there you go. There it is. Justify center. Let me see. Justify center. I don't know if that is something that I would like to. Okay, that's wrong. So I need to grab this one and try it in here and see if it works. Let me refresh. I just want this to be a little bit down here. Probably we need to do the inline flex of a thing. Inline flex. Let me check that one out. Okay, so it just didn't work like it should. Okay, so let's carry on, because from the original one they are all the same, just somehow similar. So I just thought if probably I would do something a little bit different from what I did before. So here it takes the input of type of text, and also it takes a class name, width of 96, height of 10, rounded MD, and shadow SM, border 1.66 pixel, close bracket, match top to be 2, placeholder, the part left should be 2, part left to be 2 as well. I just want to be 3, because from the original one I noticed it was kind of weird looking. So make it 2, and also give it a text of neutral 500, text neutral 500, then the font should be bold, and let's give it an ID. Let's not forget that, because if you don't give it an ID, we don't give an ID, it won't, I'll show you guys what that ID does, just so if you don't know. And also let's give it a placeholder. You can put this wherever you want, that's all depend on you, just click there. So here is the let me show you what this ID does. It gets hooked with this name, so make sure whatever you put in here is the same thing you put in there. So right here, if you can see, we have our text, and if I click here, as you can see, but if I should click on this name, I was expecting that when I click on this name, it should automatically focus the input here. So that's why we need to hook this here name, same as this one. The HTML4 with the ID needs to rhyme. Okay. So when I refresh and I click on and I refresh and click on this, you see automatically focuses on the inputs. So that's why we did the ID thing. Probably here we need to give it a width of fit, because it's kind of I'm still clicking elsewhere and yet it's kind of still working. Okay, so when I click here, as you can see, it's no more clicking, but when I click on the name, it worked. Okay, so pretty much the same steps going to be applied to most of them, as you can see. So we need to create another one. And here we give it a div, give it a class name, margin top to be 6. Whoa, why did I make this mistake? Okay, so here we're going to have another label for this time email. As you can see, everything same thing, just the label, and so I'm having double, let me take one out. Okay, so the same thing we did with the spam, similar, so we are still going to do that here. It says your email, and the same style applied to the spam here, and the same spam, as you can see, I highlight, it stayed the same thing. Okay, just like here I use inline flex, which didn't work actually, so I'm going just to take it back to flex. As you can see, every style still applies. Okay, so everything still remains the same thing, and also the input still remains kind of the same, but just this one will be a type of email, not text. As you can see, the input right now is giving it a width of, if I should highlight all of these, where's my input? Okay, so here we're having a height of 96, also height of 96, and a rounded MD shadow SM, given a border of 1.6 pixel, and the margin top to be 2, and the placeholder, let's reduce here to be 2 as well, and text neutral 500 in the email as well. So that is that, and that is looking good. If I should refresh it, so So lots of good stuff, lots of good designs are coming up with this channel. And if you are new, leave a like, subscribe to it, and you will see how we are so creative right here in this channel. And a lot of more projects are coming up, and here is just going to be a very great source of inspiration for all of you who don't know how to work on your design skills. I mean, this channel is going to, get you ready for that. So from gradually, we're going to move us, we're going to be moving to building some cool full stacks project. But for now, we are so interested in the UI aspect. So here HTML4, this time we're giving HTML4 role, and also we need to be expecting that also from the input, because we're going to have the ID of role, not email. So here I need to change that ID for role. So you need to change it from here. This is role. Also here it needs to be role, okay? And you save it. And underneath here we have another div, but this is just for a line. Height to be full, width to be full, height of 1 pixel, and as you can see, this is a line I just wanted to create. Okay, so here let me fill these ones. So under here we have a text that says margin top to be 6 fonts, a custom one of San Francisco rounded medium, and also fill in the following text as a p tag. And then under here we have a div, and then here we give it a margin top. We give it a margin top here, margin top of 6, and also we give it a label. So every label like we've been working with so far, they have the same what's it called, the same style. For X, item center, gap, X of 4, font rounded medium, text extra large, and also text neutral. I gave some 500. I'm giving this one 200, and also this styling is still the same thing, and you can pause that and go and write it if you want to. And also we have another input. Okay, once we're done with that, we have another div right here. Let's give it a class name of margin top to be 6, and a label. So HTML4 link here, and also we have an input with the same style, just that we have some different stuffs, different placeholder, but everything is same thing. So you can pause the video and type out the styles as well. Okay, and then here we div. Class name margin top to be 6, and and the HTML for link, you give it in a flex, item center, gap x of 4, and also just a little bit of description, and also the same style apply to this, as well. So we are giving it a text area, and we're giving it a width of full, height of 28, rounded MD, shadow SM, border 1.68 pixel, margin top of 2, placeholder padding left of 2, and also here I need to change it to 2, and I think somewhere here I need to change this as well to 2. Okay, so text neutral 500, fonts rounded, San Francisco rounded bold, ID of link, make sure you link it here, and a kind of simple placeholder. And as you can see from our original one, I added the tip tab editor, which if you see, it's kind of way I did added it so that I wanted to send my where is it, why is it not working, let me check it. My tip tab editor, so I did some comments there. Okay, I get it. So I'm trying to, this one is not running, so I was mistaking this one for it, but actually it's not running, so you can't see it. But I comment those ones out because I just want to keep it simple for you guys to follow along. Okay, so here we're going to have a div, give it a class name, margin top to be 6, give it a div, and also a text. So screenshot here, we're given a padding of paragraph of flex item center, gap x4, font rounded medium, text extra large, text neutral 200, and with a text of screenshot and a span also. So let me refresh that. I don't know, this kind of it's a placeholder one. I don't know why it wasn't out and left. So here we have this here, and our header is kind of still working perfectly well. If we go here, as you can see, it's working. So the next thing we need to do is make sure the we have a working drag and drop stuff. So here we have that one here, screenshot A, which is a paragraph. So on a paragraph, I do copy that because it's not something hard. You will give it a flex, item center, gap x of 4, fonts, and the font of San Francisco, medium, text base, text neutral. Right here we're going to have the form file form component that deals with the drag and drop. So I'm just going to grab it, the component, and paste it here. We're not using it for now, so we will first we'll come back to that later on. So the next thing we need to do is create a div and also give it a magenta class name of magenta to be 12, and a p tag that says screenshot B, flex item center, gap export, and other stuff. So we're going to have this file form in 2 pieces. So we'll come back in a sec to create this file form, but for now let's just carry on. And also we have a div with a p tag in it, and one last one, we're going to have a button. Give it a font. So let's refresh that. As you can see, this is how it looks like. So we have the screenshot A and screenshot B. Okay, so what we need to do is create that file, this one. So we create the component, go to component and create this file form, this one, file form .csx. So we go into the file form, and there's a lot of things going on right here. So the first thing first, where do we start from? Let's just import all of this stuff. So we import the React, use effect, and the icons, and the next image. So we're going to say function file form like so, and then we're going to have some use states right here. Let me just grab this, and it's dragging, set is dragging file, and give it a type of file here, or null file input ref is a type of HTML input element. Okay, all of that cool stuff. So here we're going to have a use effect, and then here I'm trying to say if the preview, I don't know if this is how we should start it, but let me see. I need to, let me just first of all, let me just do the HTML stuff first. Okay, so we have a div here with a class name, a relative, and a border, rounded LG, and a border neutral 300, flex call, item center, and justify center, and a gap of 1, of 3, and p of 1. Then the cursor to be pointer, and the transition color, and the height of 69 pixel. Okay, let's have an input here. Just so we can have to visualize something right here. There should probably, okay, so we go back to our crate and now we need to import this file, this one, uncomment it and import it. No suggestion. Okay, so it's telling me there's no suggestion for that, so I'm just going to grab it real quick. So file, so say file, import file form from file form. Okay, probably because we are not export default. Okay, so here in the crate you're going to import it. So let me go down, screenshots. As you can see, we have something here, we have an input here, as you can see. So let's go down a little bit. So here in the file form we have input type of type here, not text to be file. Okay, and we have a class name of width to be full, rounded to be MD, shadow to be SM, and border to be 1.66 pixel, margin top to be 2, and then we have a placeholder padding left to be 2 and padding left on the ordinary view should be 2 as well. And then let's have it a text of neutral 500. Let's give it a font of SF rounded bold, like so. And let's make it hidden. So we're going to tell it to accept some kind of files here. So accept images, PDFs, docs, and but apparently we just probably want to keep it with images. Okay, and underneath that we have another div, class name text center, and also we have a div here, give it a class name text space, and flex item center gap x to be 3 and p to be of 0.5 and px to be 3, and a rounded sm on over bg to be neutral 300. So with this we should have something that looks way better. So if I hover here you can see some kind of and yeah, we're going to add the area label. Wait a minute. Okay, so here we're just checking if there's a file. We need to do some kind of if there's no file, then it shows click to upload file or drag here. but for now we are just going to, as you can see, if there's nothing there, let me say 300 is way too much. I think that should be for light theme or dark theme. As you can see, 900, probably 7. This one is way better. Okay, and this should, I don't know, let me check the home page. Let me switch to the light theme and check, and let's go to the submit test. Let's check that one out. So as you can see, here is how it looks like, and this URL here, they are kind of not well, the colors, they are kind of still not, so I'm going to fix that. So let's go back to the create, the your name. So here we're saying the text should be of this color, but that should be on dark. That should be on dark. As you can see now, we have okay. So here on the label, we should be having that on the label. So all of it, and this one as well. And here as well, and also here as well, down here as well. So we just want to have it, all of it. Okay, so it's looking much better right now. So let's go back to our home page and change back the theme to be because we like dark theme. So here we are back here. So here, if we click here, it should like so it's a type of file, type file. So it's, I think, click to choose or drag file. Let's see why that is not working here. And okay, so that is for input type accept images type file. By default it should like accept files, but for now let's go back to writing our functionality. So first and first, we need to use the use effect. So just follow along, okay? And okay. over here we return if there's a preview link, because we want to preview that image whenever we upload an image. Dot revoke object URL, this to clear it out from the component when we kind of mount. When we unmount as well. So down here we are going to give it some dependencies that it will only affect when the preview changes. Okay. So apparently it's going to clean up the object URL when component unmount or file changes. So that's what this function does. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do is handle the drag over. As you can see, when we're going to take an event and set the is dragging, which is a true state, back to be true. So if we are dragging, it's going to set it to be true. And then also we're going to have a handle drag leave, set is dragging back to false when we handle the drag leave. And also for the dropping, let me just do clean up here. So for the drop-in, let's remove this, because that was my initial logic I wrote, but for time being I decided to write it separately elsewhere. So we're going to set the handle drop, set dragging back to false, then whatever files we are taking, we are going to take whatever image we pick, or if there are a group of images, so we're going to take all of those and then let this function handle them. Okay. So we're going to take the type of files, and it's a file list to be like mini, and then we're going to take just one of them and set the file to that one. So if it starts with an image, then we want to use this to create the object URL, pass in the file that we want to show, and set the preview here to whatever that file URL is. Else we just set the preview back to null. And then handle click. So the handle click here, we're going to when we click on the ref, it will take us to so this is actually the one I was trying to do when I was clicking on this form here. So it's going to enable us to click to have something, and it will give whatever value we picked into this what's it called, the file ref. And here handle file change is just going to take either the files or a file and set it to a single file, so we don't select multiple files. And also we are going to handle the remove files as well. So first of all, we take the event, which is a type of mass event, and we set the files back to null. And if there's a preview, which we see if there's a preview, we want to revoke the object and set the preview back to null as well, just so we can clear it. And also the file ref, the current, we want to set it back to an empty one. So what we need to do is take all these functions for the handle here, see. Okay, so the next thing, we're going to wrap this in a fragment, because we're going to have a preview of those files if we have any. So let's walk you guys through. If there's a file, then it's going to show the file to be flex of call item center, and if there's a preview, that means if I select an image and there's something there, it's going to show a preview, and that preview is going to have a source of whatever image I selected. And also we're going to have a button. When we click to remove it, it's going to call the remove the button. It's going to remove the item from the from the list. Wait a minute, I'm there. Handle change. Probably one or two. Okay, so right here on the input we have on the input right here we have the ref. Also we have the what's it called, so it's accepting these files, and also the type. Okay, let me get rid of this one. So it's going to handle file change as well. So if I should come to my pictures, let's say the screenshots of some of my pictures, and come here and I drag it here. No, let me refresh. I think I need to. As you can see, it has a preview here, and the button to remove it is actually working as well. See, it's working. Or you can click on it, and you can take whatever pictures you want to. You can click on it, and you can decide what you want to choose, and it all works perfectly well. Okay, and let's say we have a picture, this one. So as you can see, they are all working perfectly well, and so that is that for the file form. So the next thing we are going to do, let's go back to the home page. The next thing we are going to do is individual cards. When we click on it, it's going to take us to an individual card. As you can see, it's going to have a URL, so a specific ID. Okay, so that is what we're going to do in the next chapter. And if this is your first time to the channel, please leave a like, and keep watching, keep subscribing, keep sharing our video, and I hope to see you in the next chapter. Okay, so now we are at the ID page. As you can see, that's for a single product, a single card, or whatever slug, whatever you might call it. So here we're done with the file form, so we need to close it, and we go into the details page. As you can see, the details button ID. I don't know what changed from Next.js, but I tried to do the normal routing where you go to a particular ID, but it wasn't working. I don't know why. So I had to look it up, and I think the new way to route is somewhat strange, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around. So over here you name it an ID like so, and in here you name it page.css. Okay, so we come in here. So here we have a few stuff going on here, so let's just grab all of this. And first of all, let me just grab one on this, because we are going to be installing a package very soon. So I'm importing the image from next image and link from next link, and also we are to import the React from React like so. So we have our 4 pics hereby. We're going to map through these pics, and I'll show you guys shortly. And then function ID page. So here we return a div, and over here we just give it a class name and also export default ID page like so. So it's image loading, and we can grab this from the use state. So here on the large device, we give it a margin top of 3, a margin top of 4, felix of 1, scroll bar of none, and MD to be of height to be screen, and overflow Y to be auto, and also we have a div give it a flex item center gap of x3, width to be full. Then we have a div here with an image. Okay, so let's refresh. So we are having this image here. I believe this should be okay. Also we have another div here with text, light text. So we're not going to, we're not crazy typing all of that. So here we have a div, and actually I think there's what's this? So actually I think there's this should be here, not there. So my bad, I think there's a mistake going on right here. So this div should wrap them all around. So here should work. As you can see, it should be side by side there. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is wrap this in a div. So let's say div here, and in that div we have an h1, which has text large on the larger screen should be 5 extra large, and on normal devices should be 4 extra large, and the font of this one, and also a margin top and bottom of 4, which is pretty nice. Okay, so for we not to be wasting lots of time, I'm just going to be doing that. Okay, so underneath here we have this. So remember the image I talked about, this one, pics. So I'm mapping through them. I'm only taking 2 of the images because we don't want many. So we're setting it inside the next image component, and we're adding the use state. As here it is true, and if it is true, then give it a blur, else remove the blur, and if onload is completed, set the image back to false, as you can see. So as you can see, we have image here. Okay, why is it going there? So as you can see, it's there's 2 images right here. So anyway, I got this one from Mobbing. Okay, so there's 2 images right here, and I should probably make it a flex, probably because we justify since on a larger device it should be flex row, but on a small device it should be flex call, so we can have it have it in a very nice looking way. Flex row. Okay, probably let me say on a medium devices, flex row, flex call. Let me flex call. Okay, flex like so. And they should be flex row. Then on the smaller one, I believe it should be SM. Let's try to make this bigger, as you can see. Okay. Why is this? Flex row, flex call. I don't know why is it having this flex. This should happen only if it's on medium devices as well. So item center, let's justify center as well. Okay, I probably have done that. Okay, let me remove one. Probably we need to make the width to be full, this which should only apply on a larger device, or probably from it. Okay, let's try that out. So as you can see, it's having a full width right now, but we don't want that to happen just. So let's have a way to space Y to be 2 on sm device space y back to 0, not x but y. So we want to have this gap between them. So let me just increase this to probably to be 9. Let's see if it worked. Okay. And the next thing here, we can see there's this angle, it's all tied up, so we need to give it some padding of maybe 3. Okay. Now you see there's a space, or probably 4. Okay. So we have the edges and it's all looking good. Okay. And on larger device, as you can see, pretty nice. Great job. Okay. Come on. So the next thing we need to do, wouldn't it be better they have this image side by side on medium, because it kind of looks way too large, like MD flex, it should be flex. Okay, for now let's just keep on doing what we do. If need be, we'll come back to that. So here we have another div just for what's it called, to give a proper description of this. Okay, and down here we have another div with a type of description, but we'll look into that right now. So we have a div, we give it a border neutral 700 rounded to XL and padding to be 4, and then we have our history with the results as a text content, and also a UL, and giving it a list style of list disk. Okay, we're pushing it from the left side 4, and a span with kind of a separate kind of color, and yep. So underneath that one we have another div which have a class name of padding top and bottom 5, then a link which is coming from next link, given a font of from scroll round medium, and underline text of base and text neutral 500. So after that we have another div. So here I will be creating a slider. Okay, so before that let's grab this H1, which says also seen on, and also down underneath that we have another div, and in there we have a class name of max width to be LG and MX to be auto. So in here we have a bunch of stuff, which is a carousel content, and we're mapping through the. So if you want to get a carousel, you need to run this command, npx chatting add https // motion-primitives.com seed. You need to run this command. So I'm just going to grab this command, because if you look, my terminal is running right here. So I'm just going to clear it and paste that command and hit enter.
So wait for it to install. So we're going to wait for it to install. Let me use force. So while that is taking place, let's look at it. So this is how it looks like. Okay. I really think this space should be big enough for two already. So flex. But right now, I still having this flex call, or probably empty. Or probably it should already know. At this stage, it should be two. Then by default, it should be, maybe from SM to be flex. So I think our carousel has already installed, so we're going to make use of it right now. And on a medium, actually, let's change this to a medium. Isn't this like a medium screen already? It should be like a medium screen already. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and make use of this carousel. So from the starting, I showed you guys this before, so I'm just going to grab it and paste this here. So let me close this one off, and as you can see, all I'm doing here is making use of the carousel component. So right underneath this one, where we have the div, we are also having this what's it called, the test, more test. If you want to, you can have those as well. So I'm just gonna grab all this carousel and then work those in here. So what I'm doing right now is making use of the carousel component, which is already been created for us with that command. So it's already in your, if you go to your component, you can see we have a carousel, and from look of things, the one I have right now is quite kind of different. I did some kind of modification to it. As you can see, this is a carousel, and when I go, so you have a lot of screens as well. If you click on any of these, as you can see, it works. Okay, so that is that for it, and yeah, so that is how you create a lovely a creation site whereby people can come and or maybe it's your own work you want to be posting of how many stuff you build, and if you want to probably sell it as a template, You can add the price tag here and all of those, all the stuffs, you can add them here. So when they come, they can click, and maybe you can add how much you charge for it down here, and just give a good review. Why is this like this? So let me go back to the give a good review of what and how people, or just enable comments so people who comes in can 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 say good stuff about your product. So those are kind of the use cases, right? There you can use any this kind of template, and it's all good once you integrate everything right. Okay. So here it's saying margin increase. Okay. Uh, let's give it a margin right, so it'll be like 3. I don't know why that happened. Okay, so here we have it. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial, and in our next build we're going to be having some lots of amazing projects coming up on the channel. So if this is your first time, please subscribe and do make sure you share our video, because you don't get to see this kind of cool stuff in any other website. So that error that's probably coming from when I did the image thing. So you can it just keep on persisting, but that's no issue. As you can see, everything is working perfectly fine. So yep, everything seems to be perfectly working fine. Now when you click on one of these, you can add an image here as well. As you can see, we have the lazy loading and also our beautiful carousel right here. So it's all good, and you can map through some of other tests if you want to. So you can see the designs are all clean, and they're all good looking, they're all premium. So yeah, that is it for it right now. So in our next build, I will see you